And welcome back to episode 2 of Roaring with Ryan here at TMSA Triangle High School. I am your host, Ryan Smith, and today I've got with me some fall athletes here from the 2025 season. They're going to introduce themselves. We've got athletes from football, soccer, cross country, cheerleading, and tennis, and volleyball. Let's go ahead and get them introduced. I may have missed one there, but that's okay. We'll go around the table. They'll introduce themselves, and we'll get into it.
I'm Sydney, and I do cheer.
I'm Audrey. I'm a 12th grader, and I do cross country.
I'm Ekin. I'm a senior, and I do volleyball.
My name is Midi, and I did football.
My name is Hamza Ouda, and I play for men's soccer. I'm a senior.
All right. Well, let's get into, we'll start with you, Sydney. Cheerleading 2025 season in the fall. Tell me about how that happened and what some of your accomplishments are from this year.
What do you mean by how that happened?
Just like accomplishments and things that look back on the 2025 fall cheerleading season that you've accomplished.
It was really fun, but it was really tiring because the games would run really late at night. And then the games were always like 2 hours away. We got home at midnight. But there were like a few games that I was really excited about because like we were going to win them. And then last second.
Yeah, the sports, agony of defeat, and then the jaws of victory are right there. And sometimes, that definitely happens. And the long commutes can definitely be tough. But it's cool. It's cool what the cheerleaders do. Obviously, they got to be at multiple sports, and obviously they're at a lot of events. And obviously, you guys have really grueling practices. I've seen those as well. So it's a fun time though, being on the cheer squad. I can imagine, and I'm sure you have a close bond with all the ladies that you're on there with.
I do. So, yeah, it is really fun, and the workouts are, depending on who's leading them, my coach, Maddie, or the co-coach, Thomas, who comes in, he does really intense workouts, and that hurts a lot. But I love working with a team because you can just, cheerleading, you kind of make art with a bunch of people. And so, also, I get to throw people in the air. That's really fun.
I imagine so, yeah. I've never done that before, but I imagine it's a thrill.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
All right, let's continue on. Thank you, Sydney, for that cheerleading preview there. Let's get into cross country now. Talk to me about your season in cross country, and as a senior, you also will have some college plans. I'm assuming next year. If you want to get into that, you certainly don't have to.
Yeah. So I've been doing cross country for 4 years, and this is probably one of my most favorite seasons. The team this year was really great. We had a lot of new kids, especially, well, obviously the freshmen, but from the sophomores and juniors as well. There are a lot of new people, and it was really nice because we all built a really close bond with each other, and that's what made the season fun because running is kind of the punishment for most sports.
I can imagine.
So doing it as a sport, it's not pain-free. So I think having a good team, it definitely makes the sport more enjoyable, and it helps you get through it because when you're in the middle of a race, for example, some girls or the whole guys team, they'll be on the whole side of the course. They'll be cheering you on. And it's not just your own team, but it'll also be like other teams too. So I definitely think the sportsmanship vibe for cross country is one of the best, I think. And then for college plans, I'm trying to go to a service academy. So they focus on a lot of military embedded into the college life. So I am trying to do maybe a run club when I get into an academy, or definitely not cross country again. You have to have some insane times for that. But I definitely think running is a nice trauma bonding kind of experience sometimes. So I think that if I do running in college, it'll be a nice experience.
Thank you for that recap. We'll have to check back in with you a little bit later on those college plans. Let's get into volleyball now. I heard nothing but good things. I'm not going to lie about the volleyball team. There's a lot of learning, a lot of processing, and just sometimes you got to hit the ground running a little bit, and you got to go through some hard times in order to get to the better times. So, talk about the 2025 volleyball season and what that meant to you.
So the volleyball season was really fun. I met a lot of people, like the freshmen and everything. Um, but we did like kind of struggle with winning games because we moved up our conference. Like as the population grows at TMSA, we go against harder schools.
Yeah.
So I definitely think we improved as a team. Like it's definitely better than last year, and that's what matters to me the most because it's a good experience. It's good to play in a team, to play with people, and it's really fun. And for college, I do want to play in college, so I'm getting like more practice in on Saturdays, and I'm gonna try to do club so I can like have more experience for college. And I want to go to NC State, so hopefully everything works out. But yeah, overall, volleyball was really fun. One of the accomplishments for me is probably being captain. So that was
Awesome.
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to check back in on those college plans as well, and
Mm-hmm.
the club and everything else. Thank you so much. All right, football season. We scored 2 touchdowns this year against Felton Grove, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe, am I not mistaken, you're the punter, correct? Did I get that right?
Yes, I'm the
uh,
punter and kicker.
Awesome. We'll get into that later. We can do some superlatives at the end. But yeah, so talk about the 2025 football season, comparing it to last year in 2024, and just kind of the growth of the team this year.
I think this year we had an incredible growth. Last year we were really struggling because new year, new program, like really hard to get like ready. And I was a ball boy last year, so I saw like what happened. I saw like how they played. But this year we did incredibly well. I'm really proud of my team and how we kept going, even when times were hard. Like we played some really good schools, and we really had to like. It was a really hard mental battle, but I think we did really good throughout the season.
And talk about. You said you were a ball boy last year, so obviously you weren't on the team. But what was some notable differences from last year's team to this year that kind of carried over, despite not having, I guess, the wins come?
I think we don't have a lot of experience, but even just like people saw what football really was like last year. So then I think this year they just had a better like view of what was going on, what to do. Because a lot of people like they put the pads on for the first time ever. So it was really like humbling and like a hard experience.
Yeah. Well, and just I was at the Felton Grove game and seeing the touchdowns. It's like the guys just it's like they won the Super Bowl. They were just so excited to get into the end zone for the first time, and get those touchdowns and score some points. So it was a cool thing to see. And obviously, like you said, a lot of people don't realize the guys are really putting on the pads for the first time for some of these kids, and it's just a good learning experience for them as they continue to grow and learn the game and learn kind of to play football within themselves. So. That's really cool to see, and obviously 2026 will be even better.
Yeah, it's only growth from now on.
Absolutely. All right, last but not least, we'll get into soccer. The soccer boys have been a really revelation at TMSA. A lot of good things happening in soccer. So talk to me about 2025 season for soccer and how that went down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is probably like one of our best seasons. So last season, actually, we did win a conference championship, and now we moved up the division to 2A. So obviously, it's a much harder competition. And, despite that, we still did really well. And we're like 3rd or 4th in the conference, beating some like top state schools. There's a few undefeated schools. We broke some records. Yeah, so I just want to say like I'm pretty proud of the team, how far we went. I mean, I've been on the team for about 4 years, and just seeing us like really grow from the beginning. I mean, it was hard to even win a game when I was first there. Like we were really nothing, and now I mean like we've really just grown a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, it's got to be humbling and it's satisfying to see that growth from, like you said, on maybe your first year now to your 4th year, winning the conference championship. And doing some really good things. And it's cool to see the growth when you put the work in and that hard work pays off,
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, before we wind down and as we close here on episode 2 of Roaring with Ryan, can't get y'all out of here without some superlatives, kind of have everyone get to know you guys better. Non-sports. It's Halloween tomorrow. So just a quick thoughts on do you guys have I know it's taboo, right? You're athletes, you can't really eat candy. I know some people do anyway. Anyone have a favorite candy at Halloween? What is your thoughts on candy? And is there any candy that you like to eat? Just kind of know you guys better, kind of outside of sports, since it's Halloween tomorrow. Anybody can chime in.
This might be basic, but my favorite one is M&M's. I just think it goes with everything.
M&Ms are good. Anybody else?
Hershey's.
Hershey's.
I love, like, when I go trick or treating and I see chocolate, I'm never gonna pick up the candy. It's always a chocolate. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't like this choice, but Reese's, that peanut butter, it hits hard.
Yeah, personally like Sour Patch.
Sour Patch. Okay.
I kind of grew out of candy as I got older, but
There's nothing wrong with that.
You're
Your
right
body will
about-
thank you later.
you're right about the Reese's hitting hard because I'm allergic to them, so they will hit that a different way.
Yeah. Well, my last question here as we wind down here on episode 2. What is kind of everyone's overall thoughts on as you kind of get into next year, whether you're going to be here as a non-senior or as a senior who might be moving on? What do you hope TMSA and as people listen to this podcast, specifically about your sports here in the fall slate that have now wrapped up, what do you hope people kind of take away from your sports specifically, or just kind of fall sports at TMSA as TMSA continues to grow as a school, grow as an athletic department? What do you want people to know about TMSA sports as a whole, or your specific sport? Anybody can answer. It doesn't have to be anybody.
So kind of building off what Hamza was talking about in his freshman soccer season, like they weren't doing as well. In my cross country season freshman year, we weren't doing as well as a team. I don't think by that time we ever made it to states as either a men's or women's team. But this year, actually last year and this year, we all qualified for states as a team. So that's pretty great. And I think that cross country, for anybody who is looking to do it or anybody who's considering it, I think it really is a great experience because, again, running is really hard, but it's great to keep up fitness. And it's also good to kind of bond with your teammates, not just the girls if you're on the girls team or the boys if you're on the boys team, but like everybody in general, because you're all kind of smushed into one 30-seater bus when you're going to every single meet and you're spending more time with each other. And you get to know each other better and you're pushing each other towards your goals, which I think is a very big and important part of the sport. So, yeah, it's a very good team experience and it also helps push you mentally and physically.
What I want to say about football is that I think that if we don't even do good, like we didn't do good as well last year, but I think we're really laying the foundation for like the upcoming years. And we had a lot of brave young high schoolers come out here, put the pads on for the first time. They're trying to like pave the way into the future, so like TMSA football can become like a real big deal. So I think that's really important for people to understand. Like we're really trying.
Absolutely.
What I want to say about volleyball is obviously like we've been struggling a little bit this year, but what really matters is like our growth, and I think the girls are going to like continue growing next year. So I hope, we grow more, and it's really fun. It's a really nice sport. I mean, playing together like with the girls that you enjoy being with, it's really nice, and I would definitely recommend it 100%. The coach is amazing. So yeah, you should definitely do volleyball.
All right. Well, this has been Roaring with Ryan, episode 2, getting to know these fall athletes from all the sports across TMSA. This episode will be on youtube.com. You can find it on the TMSA Tigers website and wherever you get podcasts. We'll have it on social media platforms and throughout the Parent Square app as well. This has been episode 2 with Roaring with Ryan. We'll see you back next week for another episode.